Hello guys, today I've decided I'm going to be talking about the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, and how to start collecting an army for it, because it's not as obvious on how to start as a game like Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40k, simply by the fact that they've all got their start collecting kits and for pretty much every army. But with Lord of the Rings, you've got the Pelennor Fields box, and then you're on your own. So I thought I might make the road a little easier for you by making a quick video on how to start collecting each of the armies. I'm going to start with one of the more popular of the armies, Rohan. Now, what do Rohan do? What are they about? Well, cavalry, I think is the easiest way to say it. You want to put every model on a horse. Their army bonus gives them a bonus to being cavalry. Most of their heroes are cavalry based, with Horse Lord. I think the entire army has Expert Rider. So you want to bring cavalry. They're a very fast moving army. Now I'm going to get straight into things. And you'll want to start with this book if you don't already have it, Armies of the Lord of the Rings. It covers every faction in the Lord of the Rings era and the Last Alliance, I think. Yeah, I think I'm right there, but we'll go with it. So that will include Rohan. Now, next place to go, I think, is a relatively obvious choice, the Pelennor Fields box. It's excellent value for what you get in there. You get the rule book, if you don't already have one. If you do, you can just sell it. There's always someone after it. You get some scenarios for if you're relatively new to the game. You get a Mordor army, which you can probably sell. There's always someone after them. Army of the Dead, which you can keep or sell. I think they're allies to Rohan, but I'll check that in a bit. And then the important bit, Rohan. So right at the start, you get King Theoden on horse or on foot. You're going to be running him on horse, but the foot model's there for when he dismounts, and he would be the leader of your army. And he's with his fourth and Fear No Darkness rule, he's quite a good buffing hero to have, giving a 12-inch standfast. So he'd be quite useful to have. You've then got the Riders of Rohan at the back, 12 of them, which is excellent value considering the price of them, 25 quid for 6, I think. I don't know in US dollars. As you can probably hear, I'm not from the US, so I have no idea what it costs. But I'm going to put it in the region of probably $30 to $40. I don't know. I'll go with that. Anyway, I digress. Go back to where we were. We've got 12 riders, which are the core of your army when you're playing Rohan. They get buffs from being near King Theoden. I believe it's +1 fight when they charge. And they get their basic Ride for Ruin in the World's Ending, +1 strength if they charge as cavalry. Then got the 12 warriors of Rohan at the front, which you'll never use on their own, but they're there for when you want to use them. Main reason you'd have them is for the dismounts on your Riders of Rohan. Yes, this is a relatively new model for Theoden, I believe. and it's a very nice model. I'm going to move on now to some more Riders of Rohan. To me, this seems like an obvious choice for where to go, um, as you can convert them if you want to, and you're going to want more than 12 non-hero models in your army, so get some more of them. You can convert them into the Sons of Eel. You can convert them into Outriders, convert them into Royal Guard. Pretty much do what you want with them. But you're going to want them. Now, obviously, to supplement them, you're going to want some Warriors of Rohan. Now, these would be used as dismounts for the riders. I would not suggest using them on their own, unless they're there to camp on an objective or something. If you come to think of it, you might want one or two in your army, but main reason you'd take them is so you have models on foot for when your horses die. Not a lot more to say about them, and I don't know what I've done there, but anyway, next choice is Aemir. It's a new model. Came out a month or God, how long ago was it? I don't know, but he's a very powerful hero to have in your army. He's one of the only heroes, I think, in your army that has a full 3 fate. So he is one of the toughest heroes in the game. Well, for your army anyway. As standard for a Rohan character, he's got Expert Rider and Horse Lord. Yeah, once again, you're going to be taking him on his horse, so the other model is a dismount. And he's also surprisingly fighty for the relatively cheap 100 points that he is. Anyway, I'm going to move on now. I'm going to go to the models Gambling and Hammer. Now, Hammer I don't tend to see in armies. Probably due to the fact that he doesn't come with a horse model, so you'd have to make your own out of something, and that's got to come from somewhere. But he's a fairly tough hero, being defense 7 if you give him a shield. Once again, don't know where you're going to get that shield from, but it's an option. Otherwise, defense 6. And he's got his Swarm Protector Theoden, so that could help with courage for the rest of your army. But the main reason you want this is for gambling. Gambling, while still not as good as he used to be, where his banner gave every hero near him an extra point of might, it now only gives one of them. So his banner is a lot weaker, but he is still a very strong hero. Brilliant for making sure that Theoden and Aemir win their fights. So you'll probably want to keep him with them. Now, I don't have a lot else to say. So, yeah. This should give you a good, probably 700 to 1,000 point army. Somewhere in that level. I haven't measured. Measured? Calculated, I think is the word, but we'll go with that. Now now this should be a relatively versatile army with the speed you've got, and you should be able to deal with most heroes. Um, Exceptions to that will be people like Sauron, but there's very little that can deal with Sauron. I think you just got to ignore him and just tar pit him. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Happy wargaming.